All right, good win. I thought our defense was tremendous tonight. Swarmed the ball, stopped the run, harassed the quarterback, created a lot of turnovers. I think they got an early first down on a PI call, and then I don't remember them getting another first down till the end of the half. So offensively, we made enough plays, but missed some opportunities too, but made some big plays. And so it's a tremendous win. We certainly made a statement again. Can't say enough about what this team, has done between the white lines. But they're not satisfied. They're not done yet. They're not. They want more, and they're going to get more. So it's a rivalry game, and I thought we really took it to them, and that's that.
Yeah, Curt, I mean, you said statement, and I know you said you aren't paying close attention to the playoff rankings, but did you feel like you needed to do more, win the game, but win and win in a style, get style points to make a difference to the committee?
Well, I think we had the largest margin of victory of any team in the country up until last week. And I'm not sure where we were coming into this game because obviously we did not beat Ohio State. So, what I would say is most of the games we've played, we've handled the opponent pretty well or we wouldn't have the largest margin of victory in the country. But obviously style points are important this time of year, right? And style points are earned, right? And but more than anything else, we wanted to play from the first play to the last play in a rivalry game that Indiana had not won in 4 or 5 years. And I thought we had a great crowd. We just about sold out to start. Now, some of them left at halftime. Guess they got a little cold or I don't know what, but we'll fix that again. But I appreciate them all coming back. And, yeah, sure. I mean, I thought we had to play well tonight. I think we did.
Again, Curt, I know you say you're not paying too close of attention to the playoff, but, as other teams around the country have kind of dealt with upsets and close calls and things, I recognize you guys would have liked to have won last week, but just what has allowed this team to just be so consistent when it's had the opportunity to really roll up big numbers, to win decisively, to just kind of consistently not leave a lot of doubt, I guess?
I just think we have a lot of older guys that have made a lot of plays throughout their career consistently, and they're very consistent people, high character. They have a very consistent standard of performance. I think our assistant coaches do a nice job, a good job coaching them. And we preach about playing one play at a time, first play to last, like it's nothing, regardless of the competitive circumstances. Never too high, never too low. Fast, physical, relentless, smart, disciplined, poised. Our guys buy into that, and we've been fairly consistent this year.
Coach, obviously you mentioned the players aren't satisfied, but just this group of seniors come from all over. Some have been here, a lot came in for 1 year. Just your thoughts on the job they did buying in, the culture they helped create, and the leadership they showed all year.
Yeah, I mean, it's been going on from the get-go, and like I told you guys a number of times, I really felt in December like we flipped the roster with these guys. Like, I felt that then. And winter was good, spring was good, summer was good, fall camp, but you got to put it on the field. So, when you got capable people that are very motivated, right, disciplined and committed, and all think alike, like they keep their eye on the bullseye, and there's no personal agendas, anything's possible. And, this group's proven that.
Coach, defense played outstanding. Jalen Walker had interception, a couple pass breakups, a forced fumble. Can you talk about his performance? And then on the other side of the ball, Curtis Rourke has a single game record for touchdown passes. His bounce back performance after the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've always considered Jalen Walker an impact player. I mean, he's a will linebacker that can fly, run and hit guy from Richmond, Virginia. He made some huge plays for us at JMU. And he's got a nose for the football, and nobody likes playing football more than that guy. And, he's a tough guy to block, and he can do a lot of things. He's a great athlete. And Curtis, he got sacked once or twice early in the game, and then we got it going, kind of got it humming, and he was right on the button. And we were getting some yards after the catch, and protection shored up, so it was good to see that offense scoring points in bunches again.
Curt, I know you're not a guy who likes to reflect much, but we've asked your players all year about what the ride has been like for them to be with you. What's the ride been like for you to be with them, especially your James Madison guys you brought with you? How have you kind of appreciated what they've been able to do for you? And
I mean, truthfully, I've taken kind of a business-like approach to it, and I've been with those guys a long time, so it was kind of like business as usual. I've been seeing them do it for such a long time, and then you add all the other ones, the Curtis Rourkes and the Justice Allisons and the Miles Prices and Keyshawn Williams and West, and I'm going to forget somebody, Asbury and Jones and Pawn, all those guys. So it's been a great year, but it's not totally shocking to me. I said early that we were capable of doing this. We have. My wife will tell you that the night I accepted the job, right, that we were laying in bed and said, look at this schedule. There's 10 wins on this schedule. And, of course, at that point, I was sort of hedging whether to stay or come. And then Scott called 10 minutes later and told me I was the new head coach at Indiana, and I said, okay. He said, we're going to shock the world. And I said, right, we are.
Curt, speaking of shocking the world, your next game will be most likely in the college football playoffs against a high caliber opponent. After the Ohio
What do you mean a
State,
higher caliber
well,
opponent?
another high caliber opponent. After the Ohio State game, do you think that your team showed you tonight that they're back to where you'd like for them to be going into it?
I think the Ohio State game, look, nobody's happy with what happened there, okay? But I think we come out of there stronger and learned some good lessons. And I'm talking mainly about the crowd noise and how to deal with that particular, on the road with that kind of crowd. So, the first round's played either home or at somebody else's place, and then after that it's played on a neutral site. So we're not going to get too far ahead of ourselves. We're going to enjoy this for 24 hours and then move on, and we'll have our routine for this week.
Coach, what do the next couple of weeks look like for your team? Obviously, the college football playoffs are in the cards. You guys will be off for a couple of weeks. What do the next couple of weeks look like for you guys?
Yeah. Well, next week, we'll sit down with the assistant coaches, the players, and me for one-on-one meetings and talk about, the season and talk about next year and stuff like that. Coaches will do a lot of recruiting evaluation. Wednesday's a signing date. The following week would be like an open bye week before your first CFP game. And then you're in game week. But in the meantime, you got portal guys visiting, and you got all kinds of stuff going on. Trust me.
I want to say you mentioned you realized that 11-1 was actually like a real thing. How much? I recognize there's still more ahead, but has any part of you had a chance to at all reflect or just appreciate how much has flipped in a year?
I think I've answered that question a couple times, and in this business, you just move on to the next thing because there's always something that needs done, and you're so process-oriented. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to enjoy it when I go up to my office with my family and then go home and enjoy it a little bit. And, of course, the games will be over, so there's not much football to be watched. And bring the coaches in a little later tomorrow. We'll get a little work done, and then maybe work 4 or 5 hours, and that'll be it. So you get to enjoy it right afterwards when I finish this and get to spend some time and maybe have a beverage. But at my age, it's 1 or 2 beverages. Thanks.